And we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another live stream here on the Steel City Sports Report. I'm your host, Brady Vini. Like I said, we are once again live tonight. Final regular season game of the 2024 NFL season. The Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. And man, we are in for a treat tonight. In my opinion, it is a beautiful AFC North December football weather outside in Pittsburgh tonight, as the temperature at game time tonight, 11 degrees with 21 miles per hour wind gusts. And I can tell you that weather is accurate. I spent the first half of my day outside shoveling snow. It was cold, it was windy, and it was just miserable. I love football season, but summertime couldn't come any sooner. Before I get into any further detail, want to welcome you all back to the channel officially. I hope you had a Merry Christmas and hope your new year is off to a great start. Looking at this game, like I said, it is going to be cold. It is going to be miserable. Let's start with the Steelers here. This game really doesn't mean as big as it used to be. It means less now. Of course, if you're watching ESPN like I just was here on the screen, you saw the Ravens defeat the Cleveland Browns 35-10. They officially win the AFC North and clinched the number 3 seed in the playoffs, which is very, very disappointing after the Steelers it felt like yesterday they were up 2 games in the division, and now they let that all slip away, and now they are fighting for the number 5 or number 6 seed here tonight. With a win, the Steelers clinched the 5 seed in the playoffs. That means they would go on the road to Houston to take on the Texans. If they lose tonight and the Chargers win on Sunday, then they will clinch the number 6 seed and be heading back to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, who stole the division crown away from them. Like I said, Steelers in desperate need of a win, losing each of their last 3 games to 3 teams in the upper echelon of the league, in the Eagles, Ravens, and Chiefs. They really got boat raced by those 3 teams. None of those games was too competitive. The Steelers got outscored a combined 90-40 in those 3 games. Just ugly, ugly football all around. And during this time, there has been a lot of unease and tension in the Steelers locker room. On the defensive side of the ball, you had multiple players like Patrick Queen and Deshaun Elliott saying that others player, or more specifically other, weren't doing their job. They were really hinting, a lot of people are saying, at Cam Sutton, who has not been good since coming back to the Steelers this past offseason and coming off of the first 8 games of the season being suspended. Has not really been any sort of help on the defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, I mean, it's really, starting to get old in the news. Not necessarily saying it's his fault here, but just more George Pickens drama. There was talks all week about, did he run the wrong route in the last game on Christmas Day against the Chiefs. Apparently, he was supposed to keep going vertical on one passing play that Russell Wilson threw an interception on. Pickens did not for some reason. And a reporter asks him, hey, why were you and Russ not on the same page there? Pickens was confused, saying Russ didn't say that, and he refused to answer the question that he and Russ were on the same page. And another narrative that's getting really old is people starting up, could this be George Pickens' last home game as a Pittsburgh Steelers? Let's be real here. It is going to take an absolute long shot for this to be George Pickens' last home game as a Pittsburgh Steeler. It's been evident this year that he is your only real threat in the wide receiver room. You would need to bring in not just 1, but 2, maybe even 3, top tier wide receivers or good wide receivers to replace what he has shown to bring to this Steelers team. And more importantly, what has been proven without him in the lineup, of course, missing those handful of games with injury. So I don't think George Pickens is going to go anywhere. He may get paid this offseason, he may not, but that's another question for another day. Moving on here, even with all that, the Steelers can right some wrongs tonight with a win and get back on track heading into playoffs. I'm expecting the offense to get some mojo back. Of course, we remember, week 13, the Steelers and Bengals, and the Steelers putting up 44 points, their best game of the season offensively. Russell Wilson throwing for over 400 yards, The offense going over 500 yards total, 44 points. It was a true masterclass performance by that offense that day. And as for the defense, they have their work cut out for them against one of the most dangerous offenses in the league. We all know that. One more thing on the offensive side of the ball is that if I'm going to expect one group in particular to have a day on offense, it would be the running backs, Jaylen Warren and Najee Harris. For most of that game, or at least at the beginning, the Steelers were dinking and dunking with success, check downs, and screen passes for Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren. So hopefully 22 and 30, the dynamic duo who knows how long they will be together on the same team. Hopefully they can have one more great game together as a duo here tonight. Looking at the inactives tonight for the Pittsburgh Steelers, one starter is out. That is corner Dante Jackson. He is out with a back injury. It's really a nerve injury in his back. So that is always, an unpredictable and scary injury. And honestly, it's for the best that he's out tonight because really there's not too much to play for in this game anymore. Just, the 5 or 6 seed. And really, he's been the Steelers' best corner statistically all year. So we need him healthy for the playoffs. Looking to fill his role tonight will be Corey Trice and James Pierre. Hoping more Corey Trice. He is a poor man's Joey Porter Jr. So hopefully Trice, whether he's lined up against T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, hopefully those two, Trice and Pierre, can hold their own here tonight. Others inactive tonight for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kyle Allen, of course, your quarterback 3. Scotty Miller, wide receiver. And then defensive lineman Isaiah Loudermilk and Dean Lowry. Moving on here, with one cornerback going down in Dante Jackson, another returns. That is Joey Porter Jr. After missing last week's game with a knee injury he suffered against Baltimore, he is back in the lineup here tonight for this final game of the season. It'll be interesting to see not only who he lines up against, whether it's Jamar Chase because Dante Jackson is out, or if he lines up against T. Higgins again, like he did the first time these two teams met this season in that game, which Porter took 6 penalties on defense. And I want to see if Joey Porter Jr. can hold his health here tonight. I want to see how he looks with that knee injury and what kind of rust he needs to shake off heading into playoffs. Also returning for the Steelers tonight is quarterback Justin Fields. Not really expecting to see much of him tonight, though we could see a Justin Fields package, maybe to throw off Cincinnati and to show other teams heading into playoffs, hey, don't forget we still have this uber athletic quarterback just waiting in the wings in case, God forbid, Russell Wilson were to go down with injury, or, we can put him on the field and throw you guys off. But with that, it's going to be tough beating the same team twice tonight with the Bengals, but I'll be cautiously optimistic throughout the night. Hopefully the Steelers can pull off this win. Moving on to the Bengals here. Since these two teams last met in Week 13, Cincinnati has been one of the hottest teams in the NFL, being on a 4-game winning streak currently. The Bengals looked like they had absolutely no shot to make playoffs at all. But here we are, Week 18. The Bengals 1 win away with some help, I believe, with losses by the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins, that they can't sneak into playoffs. I believe they said it's a 6% chance that they make it into playoffs. But who would have expected that they would even, be in this circumstance? Looking back at Week 13, many of us thought, by the time Week 18 rolls around, if we need a win, look to Week 18, they could be sitting Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, living to fight another day next season. T. Higgins could make a business decision and not play in that game for the Bengals. But they're going to go full force tonight, give the Steelers everything that they got. They really don't need any introduction on offense, but we all know that they are led by Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. You are looking at two players who could be bringing home some hardware this offseason. Chase, of course, I think he'll be no doubt a finalist for Offensive Player of the Year. And Burrow had the Bengals maybe been a little bit competent on defense and, maybe they gotten just a few more wins, he would be in the conversation for league MVP. Of course, another guy to keep an eye on, like I said, is Chase's wide receiver brethren, T. Higgins, who is probably playing in his last game as a Cincinnati Bengal tonight and could be a Steeler next season. Who knows? Out tonight for the Bengals, you got two key names. Defensive end Sam Hubbard. He's, a starter on that Bengals D-line. He will be out tonight along with others on the Bengals defense who have been on IR this season. Also out is running back Chase Brown, the Bengals RB1. He suffered a knee injury last week against the Broncos, and really that loss is the less, impacting for them. Cincinnati, they throw the ball a lot, so expect them to just throw more tonight. Look for TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. They're going to need to get home against the Bengals tackles tonight and make life a living hell for Joe Burrow if they want a chance, especially TJ Watt. He's going up against rookie right tackle Amarius Mims for the Bengals, and Mims has a broken hand coming into this game. Also on defense, or also inactive tonight, wide receiver Charlie Jones and Jermaine Burton. I mean, yikes, Burton, he seems like, a more problem off the field than George Pickens. Linebacker Isaiah Thomas, offensive tackle Andrew Stuber, and tight end Tanner McLachlan. Like I said, the Bengals will throw everything at the Steelers, and honestly, I kind of wish that there was some other way for the Bengals to make playoffs other than, needing to beat the Steelers tonight. I know, some people may come at me for that, but if the Bengals were to make the playoffs as the 7th seed, I say out of, them, the Broncos, the Dolphins, they are the most threatening team to the Buffalo Bills, who, in my opinion, are probably going to at least make the AFC championship game, and they're probably the favorites to make the Super Bowl out of the AFC. But it is what it is, hoping the Steelers, knock them out tonight. But hey, if the Bengals would have gotten in another way, that would have been fine with me. Also looking here, one thing I forgot to mention, this Bengals defense without Sam Hubbard, even so, they have been one of the most improved defenses since the last time these two teams met. They have turned the ball over a bunch more, and they have really sharpened on that side of the ball, something that they wish that they would have done earlier this season. So, just waiting here for things to get going. We got a national anthem here. Moment of silence. Yep, now we're going to get the national anthem here. Ooh, that's new. Changed my lights. How about that? Ignore my hair, guys. Once again, first time mentioning this tonight. Those of you who may be new here to the channel, if you would please subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Also, feel free to like and share this stream, and feel free to comment in the comment section here. I can pop those up on the screen. We can start a dialogue that way. I would appreciate it. Now changing my lights here. This red, white, and blue. Beautiful national anthem. I have no idea who that was. I did not catch their name there. But that was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Fireworks going off of Acrisure Stadium. And how about those of you who know about it, how about Penn State? I didn't know they were renovating Beaver Stadium already. I mean, I know they're not playing there anymore this season, but press box came down this morning. That was very interesting. All right. Kickoff is moments away. I'm going to take a short break, get a drink of water. We'll be back in a minute. Steelers Bengals, the final game of 2024, the regular season. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl champion, one of the most iconic catches in Super Bowl history, Santonio Holmes in the house tonight to get this crowd fired up. The Bengals lost the coin toss. The Steelers deferred, and the final game of 2024 regular season is underway. Chris Boswell kicks it off. It is going to be taken out and stopped at around the 27-yard line. That is number 18 for the Bengals. Let me pull up their roster here. That is Isaiah Williams. And out comes Joe Burrow. 290 passing yards per game. Well over 40 touchdowns on the season. Another MVP type of season for Burrow. His first play of the game is a handoff here to Khalil Herbert and tripped up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Deshaun Elliott. What a free agent acquisition he has been this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Makes the stop on the Bengals trade deadline acquisition. Herbert, who is probably going to be the fill-in running back one for the Bengals here tonight with Chase Brown out. Empty backhill for Burrow on the second play of the game. Now Herbert will come back in, lining up right between the right guard and center. Burrow looking to pass, throwing out here. It is going to be caught by Mike Gesicki, the tight end, and he's going to have a first down there working on Deshaun Elliott there. He had a great stop there to get open. Showing defensive coordinator Terrell Austin, this defense, very disappointing. Like I mentioned in my open, 90 points given up combined in the last 3 outings for this defense. Looks like the Steelers are going with the matchup from the first time these two teams met. Joey Porter Jr. lined up on T. Higgins. Burrow's going to look for Higgins, and what a catch there. Going back for the ball. T. Higgins' throw was low and outside. Great body control there. Read by Cam Sutton, who dove trying to get his hand in there to knock that ball down. But another first down pitch and catch Burrow with Higgins. Or no, they do not get the first down there. It's 2nd and 1 now. Joey Porter Jr. following Higgins again. Lined up in the slot this time. Corey Trice at the top of the screen here. Lined up with Iosivas. Burrow looking to pass again, throwing over the middle, wide open. Mike Gesicki in the Steelers territory and down at around the 35. The Bengals offense, no surprise, throwing early and often, and it is working. Minkah Fitzpatrick in the middle of the field, playing center field there. Short slant route there for Gesicki. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Herbert the back to Burrow's right. Getting the handoff is Herbert. Diving forward, it's going to be a gain of about 4 yards there for Khalil Herbert. Already 3 minutes expired in this first quarter. The Bengals looking to get off to a hot start in this must-win game for them to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Iosivas motions from right to left. Hand off to Herbert again. And this time he's going to be wrapped up by Alex Highsmith and company and taken down. It's going to be 3rd and short now. Herbert not seeing much action in a Bengals uniform thus far this season. Has been a Bengal for little over just about 2 months now. Had 54 rushing yards total with Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, who was lined up as a running back there, now motions out. Throwing him and hitting him is Burrow. Near the sideline, Chase is tackled down. Another first down conversion here for the Bengals. Corey Trice stopping Chase there. So much hope for some members of Steelers Nation for Corey Trice. Him and Joey Porter Jr., the avatars, as Mike Tomlin likes to call them. Big, lanky corners. Throwing here for Chase again and making the catch and stepping out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd down and short here. Maybe a shot for the end zone here. The Bengals inside the red zone now. Joe Burrow, a perfect 5 for 5 for 52 yards now. Chase and Trice lined up again at the top of the screen. Iosivas in motion man. Burrow looking to pass and firing, and wide open is Jamar Chase. And wow, what a ugly start to the game for this Steelers defense. My goodness. Burrow and Chase just picking on Corey Trice, and it worked. My goodness. Extra point from York is good. So it is 7-0 Bengals, just like that. We'll be back in a matter of moments. Steelers offense about to take the field, and this, if they don't respond, is either going to be a blowout, or if the Steelers offense can get something going, at best, it's going to be a shootout. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Burrow getting the ball out quickly, finding his favorite target, Jamar Chase. The Steelers had no answers, and the Bengals, with ease, go right down the field and score on their opening possession of the game. Corey Trice, red shirt, his first year in the NFL after an ACL injury in training camp, has had some injury troubles this season as well. He just got picked on all the time. York now stepping up and kicking this one away. And this one will not hit in the landing zone. And how about that? We got a flag here. A free kick that did not land in the landing zone. So the Steelers are going to get the ball at the 40-yard line here. That might be the first time across the NFL this season that the kicker did not make the landing zone. Of course, you had Chris Boswell a couple of weeks ago who kicked it out of bounds. It's the same rule that if you kick it out of bounds, if you don't make the landing zone, that it comes out to the 40. So the Steelers offense catches a break here off the Bengals special teams, which has been a disaster this year. Of course, the Steelers, if you can count on one unit of their team that has been consistent all year long, it's the Steelers special teams. Najee Harris in motion, now settles at the left hip of Russell Wilson, getting the handoff, and Harris is going to lower his head and run forward here, gaining about 3 or 4 yards. Showing Artie Smith on the sideline, Steelers offensive coordinator, his first season with the black and gold. Of course, rumors surrounding him once again of possibly being a candidate for a head coaching gig around the league this offseason. Most notably, the New York Jets, who seem to be interviewing everyone under the sun. Wilson here, quick pass out to George Pickens. Pickens looking for space, and he is not going to get any there. And then he's knocked out of bounds there, looking for a flag. Maybe he was complaining about a late hit out of bounds there, but Pickens, no gain on the play. It's going to be third down now. Not the start for his first reception of the game for Pickens. Some of you may remember last season, around this time last season, late night game in the season, Steelers Bengals, Pickens went off 195 receiving with 2 touchdowns. Maybe looking to show what he can do again here tonight against the Bengals. Wilson under pressure, and he's going to get stacked. He tried to buy as much time as he could in the pocket, and then the pocket collapsed. Trey Hendrickson, the best defensive player on this Cincinnati defense, along with, I believe that was Miles Murphy, a former first-round pick. They get to Wilson and take him down. And disaster. The Steelers are going to go 3 and out. And getting the punt away just in time was Cortlis Waitman coming up to the 26, and returning here is Isaiah Thomas, and then he gets hit hard. I think one of his own teammates might have ran into him there. But nonetheless, the Bengals, after a great start to the game offensively, their defense gets the stop, and they're going to get the ball back here in short order. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Typical start to this game for the Steelers. The Bengals score on their opening drive, and the Steelers have an ugly 3 and out. Now the Bengals offense will go back on the attack here from their own 33-yard line. Joe Burrow passing here out wide to tight end number 85. That is Grandy, who makes the catch. Going back to that Steelers 3 and out, that is now the 19th. Can't even count them on both hands. The 19th straight game that these Pittsburgh Steelers have gone the opening drive on offense without scoring a touchdown. For the entire season now, they have not once scored on their first drive of the game. Second play of this drive here for the Bengals. That is going to be blown up there. Tackle made by Corey Trice Jr. stopping the run there. Herbert, no running lanes there, tried to bust it out to the left and was brought down by Trice. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now. Herbert once again lining up right behind the right guard this time. Looking to pass his Burrow. Quick pass again to Gesicki. Peyton Wilson will make the tackle. He was Gesicki's coverage man too. And Joe Burrow, he is just getting the ball out quickly here. Not giving these Steelers edge rushers any time to make a play. New set of downs again for the Bengals. Now from the 46, Burrow looking to pass again. He now scrambles out to the right, still looking downfield to throw. Now fires. It's going to be caught by T. Higgins and out of bounds. Another first down in the Steelers' territory. Burrow improvising there, waiting for his guys to get open. Higgins finding a soft spot in that coverage and just sitting there. Burrow found him. Now from the Steelers 43. 5:15 and counting down left in his first quarter. Run here for Khalil Herbert. Up past the first level and then slung down there by Deshaun Elliott. A good gain of 7 or 8 yards there for Herbert. Now showing T. Higgins highlights from last week against the Denver Broncos. 3 touchdowns. Certainly, whether it's in Cincinnati or elsewhere, he is due for a big payday this offseason. Lined up across from Joey Porter Jr. again. Chase across from Trice at the top of the screen. Burrow looking to pass. Going to hit his running back out of the backfield. That is Khalil Herbert, and he is going to be just a hair short of the first down marker. Duo tackle made there by Corey Trice and Nick Herbig. It's going to be 3rd and 1, and it's a short one, too, for the Bengals. Third and 1 now. Burrow. Hand off to Herbert. He's going to get the first down. He is the lead tackle down just inside the 30-yard line now. The Bengals are inching closer and closer to going up 2 scores early. From exactly the 30 is where they spot the ball. Burrow looking to pass. Check down here is going to be Herbert, and he somehow slithered underneath Patrick Queen. Queen was trying to jump over Herbert there to bat down that pass. Herbert got away and got a few extra yards. Now 2nd and 5. T. Higgins now motions from the left of the formation to the right. Gesicki lined up in a wide receiver stance as well, faking the handoff to Herbert and reading that play and shutting it down, Deshaun Elliott. But there's a flag. Burrow with a quick hitter to Gesicki, who was met immediately by Elliott. Tackle was for a loss. Let's see what this flag is about. And we have an ineligible man downfield for the Bengals. That is the left guard, Volson. So the Bengals, it's going to be 3rd down and 6 now. Steelers declined the penalty. Burrow snaps the ball, looking to pass, and Burrow, he got hit, and the ball was loose. And I think that was a fumble and not an intercept, or not an incomplete pass. It was recovered by Herbert, that the Steelers are going to force a 4th down. That pocket collapsed quickly there. Patrick Queen, a 6-man blitz there. Patrick Queen, a free rush and hit on Burrow. And that definitely was a fumble recovered by Herbert. And now it's going to be a 48-yard field goal attempt for York. The wind is blowing to the left. York, kick is on its way, and the wind had no effect on that one. That is up, and it is good. So the Steelers were able to force a field goal. Alex Highsmith limping on the sideline. Of course, he had a foot injury earlier this season in the not too distant past. Hopefully he is going to be all right. We'll be back in a minute. Steelers down 10. Can they get something going on offense? We'll see when we return. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kickoff here, taken out by Jaylen Warren. He's going to be tackled down at around the 26. That's another thing that us Steelers fans have been clamoring for. It's really been Jaylen Warren and Cordero Patterson as the main kick returners this year. And I got to tell you, Cordero Patterson, he has not been himself since his injury earlier this season. Hopefully more of Warren here to come. Russell Wilson gets his offensive unit up to the line here, under center here. Heavy package, multiple tight ends. Wilson, hand off to Harris. Harris running to the left, stumbling and staying on his feet somehow. Getting his hand down into the ground and staying upright long enough. That is a first down run on first down for Najee Harris. And that is the run you want to see out of a former first-round pick, trying to prove himself, maybe trying to get a contract from this team this offseason. Wilson under center again. Van Jefferson motions. Pitch here to Harris. And this time he's going to have no room to go. Swallowed up by multiple Bengals defenders. Hayward, number 50 on the tackle. Is that Shaka Hayward? I wonder if that's Shaka Hayward. I think he is a cousin. I'm not sure what degree of Cam Hayward and Connor Hayward. I have to look at the Bengals roster here over the next break. Wilson here, faking the handoff to Harris, and then that play was dead from the start. Trey Hendrickson was in the backfield, and whether Wilson handed it off to Harris or he kept it, that play was disrupted immediately. Luckily, it's just incomplete. Harris, had he caught that ball, would have been tackled for a massive loss. 2 seconds left on the clock in this first quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Steelers here. Hoping to convert, get a new set of downs to start off the second quarter. Jaylen Warren, the third down back into Wilson's left. Wilson fires, and this is going to be caught. Did he stay in bounds? What a catch made there. Mike Williams. A great, dragging the left toe. Mike Williams, who, other than George Pickens, is the top deep threat for the Steelers offense. The Steelers, on 3rd and long, do convert to end the first quarter. We'll be back in a moment. 4 of you in here right now. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Feel free to like and share this stream and comment in the live chat. We'll be back in a minute. Steelers looking to respond, down 2 scores in the second quarter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As the first quarter was expiring, Russell Wilson connects with Mike Williams on 3rd and long. And the Steelers now with a new set of downs, trying to get points on the board here from the Bengals 39 now. Wilson under center. Hand off here to Jaylen Warren. Warren hits the hole and runs into a body, and he's only going to get about 4 yards here, 5 if they're generous on that run. Wilson under center. Once again, pitch here to Jaylen Warren running right. Jaylen Warren, he's going to jump over an arm tackle by, I believe that was Davis Gaither, and he only got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now. A lot of work there for Warren for no gain. Massive hit there by number 93. Sandwich there, Broderick Jones going end over end. 3rd and 5 again. Steelers need to convert. Wilson looking to pass. Wilson fires over the middle, and it is incomplete, and a flag is down. Pat Freiermuth letting Cam Taylor-Britt, who is celebrating, doing his whole seatbelt celebration like all corners do. Pat Freiermuth pointing out the flag to him. Steelers are going to get a new set of downs here. Taylor-Britt draped all over Freiermuth. Seam route there for Pat Freiermuth worked. Almost got a jump there. Russ Wilson with the hard count there. Trying to get these Bengals players to jump. They do not. Hand off to Harris. Harris running right now. Breaks it back to the running left. Breaks it back to the right, I should say. And finally tackled down. Najee Harris in open space. A great sign there. And a new set of downs for the Steelers, running over Geno Stone right there, the former Baltimore Raven who signed with the Bengals this past offseason. Wilson. Handoff again at the Harris, running to the right and hurtling forward. Only going to get a gain of 3 here. And Steelers are going to be 2nd down now. Najee Harris here, like we mentioned, in the last year of his contract, due for a big boy contract, the first of his career. Might be looking at his last home game as a Steeler here tonight. 1,000-yard rusher in each of his 4 seasons. Harris now stuttering for a moment and running up the middle, and he's going to be tackled down just short of the 1st down marker. Another good run there for Najee. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now. Down to the 9-yard line in the red zone. Maybe take a shot for the end zone here. And instead, no, they're going to try to sneak it. Did Russ get it? That's going to be close. Did he get enough for the 1st down? And Russ does get the 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Steelers. Wilson on top of his rookie center, Zach Frazier, who's had one phenomenal year. The former West Virginia Mountaineer. Going to be 1st and goal now. This drive for the Steelers, 10 plays, currently spanning 65 yards. Can they finish it? From the 8. Wilson under center. Makes his checks. Wilson now. Hand off to Harris. Harris has got a lot of work to do on that run. He's pushed out of bounds. No gain on the play. And that long stretch run to the right there, not working anymore for this Steelers offense. 10:46 now remaining in this second quarter. Wilson, hand off to Harris again. Now running up the middle, and he's only going to get a gain of 2 here. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6 now. And the Steelers in danger of this drive stalling deep in the red zone. Showing former Steelers slot corner Mike Hilton, one of the best at what he does in the league. Darnell Washington, the big man tight end lineup one-on-one. Russ is going to go throw a go ball for him, and incomplete. And now, do we have a flag here? We do have a flag. Big Darnell Washington lined up on the corner. Cam Taylor Britt. That is a matchup that you could see the Steelers were going to throw the ball to from a mile away. And Darnell Washington, there wasn't a whole lot of pass interference there. Steelers might have caught themselves a break. I think that was just a layup from Wilson that was too far out there. And Washington couldn't get his footing. But hey, the Steelers are going to take the penalty here. Hand off here to Harris. Harris is going to lower his shoulder and get into the end zone. That is a touchdown. The Steelers respond. They get 7 on the board. And much needed points. 13 plays, 6 minutes and 30 seconds off of the clock, 73 yards. A great drive there on many fronts for this Steelers offense. You take your time, you run a bunch of plays, you wear down the Bengals defense, and you give your defense, most importantly, some time to figure things out on the sideline. Extra point for Chris Boswell is up, and it is good. And the Steelers are back in it for the time being. 10-7. We'll be back in a minute. A big man spike there for Dan Moore Jr. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Steelers, a nice 13-play drive. They get 7 points on the board to combat a little bit this Bengals offense, which has had its way for the most part to start this game. Return here for Isaiah Thomas. He breaks through the first line of Steelers defenders and is finally wrapped up and shoved out of bounds by Peyton Wilson up near the 40-yard line. A good return and good starting position for this Bengals offense, showing right tackle Cody Ford dealing with an ankle injury when they came back from break. A wounded gazelle here, hopefully, for TJ Watt to pounce on. Burrow, handoff here to Herbert. Herbert is going to get forward and get about 4 yards there. Flag is down. Came in midway through that play. Let's see what the penalty marker is about. 4 of you in here right now. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video. And we have an offsides penalty, and it is on Alex Highsmith. And just by a hair, lined up in the neutral zone, and then he jumped. So an error there for number 56. Now it is 1st and 5 after a gain of 5, nearly 5 by Herbert. So just giving the Bengals a free extra down pretty much here. Burrow looking to pass with time, fires over the middle, and it is tipped off the hands of Ioshivath and falls incomplete. A heat seeker there from Burrow could not be hauled in by the wide receiver from Princeton. Little tad bit behind him, but a very catchable ball nonetheless. Unfortunately, no Steelers were in the vicinity to pick that ball off. Second and 5 now from the Steelers' 49. 9:15 remaining in this first half. Burrow passing again. He hits Gesicki, and he's going to have a first down. Wrapped up by Peyton Wilson. Cam Sutton from his slot corner position blitzed on that play. And as soon as he blitzed, Burrow found his tight end. Easy pickup there for the Bengals. 1st and 10 now. Jamar Chase motioning all around right now. Burrow, handoff here to Herbert, and he is going to run into big Cam Hayward and was wrapped up at the legs as well by another Steeler defender. Only gets about 2 on that play. Showing Cody Ford lined up with TJ Watt throughout the night so far. Ford getting his wins from time to time, but Watt just not given any time due to Burrow getting the ball out so quickly to make a splash play yet. Burrow, handoff to Herbert, and this time he is going to be wrapped up by Alex Highsmith. Another minimal gain of about 2 yards there. It's going to be 3rd down now for the Bengals. 7:45 left in this first half of play. Third and 6. Showing Corey Trice back in the game now. James Pierre, the other fill-in for Dante Jackson here tonight, waits on the sidelines in a coat. Burrow looking to pass here on 3rd and 6. Checks it down here to Khalil Herbert. Herbert is going to be just a yard short. Great tackle there by Joey Porter Jr. holding his man short of the line to gain. It's going to be 4th down now, but it looks like the Bengals offense is going to remain on the field. 4th and 1. Burrow takes the snap, looks to pass, fires quickly, and it was tipped at the line and incomplete. Once again, a lucky tipped ball there that was not intercepted, but the Steelers forced the turnover on 4th down. And that was Captain Cam Hayward getting his big bear paws up there, swatting that ball incomplete. The Steelers get the turnover on downs. A great showing there that time by the Steelers defense. We'll be back in a minute. The Steelers offense will get back to work. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Steelers defense gets a big turnover on downs. Just a little bit inside Steelers territory. They'll start this drive from their own 37. Cam Hayward getting a piece of the ball at the line of scrimmage. His 9th pass defense of the season, the most by any defensive lineman in the NFL this season. First down handoff here is to Jaylen Warren, running to the right here and getting 3 or 4 yards there is number 30. Looks like he made a good bit of something out of nothing there. He had a bunch of defenders in his face, was able to get a little bit loose there to get 4. 2nd and 6 now. Handoff again is to Warren, and he is going to get another gain of about 3 yards here. Going to be 3rd and manageable here for the Steelers. 3rd and 3 exactly. It's again showing the Bengals players on the sideline. They need a win with losses by Miami and Denver to make the playoffs. Wilson firing here, and this one is incomplete. Coverage there by Newton. Wilson was looking for Van Jefferson, and that is not a good drive there for the Steelers. A quick 3-and-out after the defense just got the turnover on downs. That chance for the Steelers offense squandered. And now a punt here by Cortlis Waitman. This one is going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they spot this ball. And they're officially going to mark it out at the 14-yard line. It was a low snap, too. They were late getting back to the live action there from the replay. It was a low snap. Waitman had to scoop it off the ground, and then he just got it away. So, out of bounds at the 14. I'll take it for what he had to deal with there. We'll be back in a minute. About halfway through the second quarter. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Steelers squander the turnover on downs by the defense. Can the Steelers D do it again? Burrow here passing with all kinds of time. Now scrambles out to the right, throws, and it is going to be a check down here to Mike Gesicki, and it's going to be a gain of about 8 or 9. Excuse me, that was Drew Sample, but we have a flag down here. Let's see what this penalty marker is about. Burrow had all kinds of time there. Maybe we get a holding on the offense here. And how about that? The second time tonight we have an ineligible man downfield for the Bengals. Earlier it was Volson, the left guard. This time looks like it is the center, Ted Karras. And yeah, that was a good call of an eligible man downfield. My goodness, he was further downfield than the man who made the catch on that play. Burrow again here, this time on 1st and 15. Check down here is juggled for a moment by Herbert, and then he is hit hard after a gain of about 4 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 11 now. Also had some roughhousing there between Ogunjobi and Cody Ford, with Ogunjobi getting his legs up there. 2nd and 11 now from their own 15. Burrow drops back the pass. Throws outside here. It's Jamar Chase, and he is going to be wrapped up by Corey Trice and then finally taken down to the ground. It's going to be 3rd down and manageable here for the Bengals. Great patient catch there by Chase. Showed that the ball wasn't going to be coming to him until the very last moment. 3rd and 3 now. Again, the Bengals. Cody Ford in at right tackle. They flash the camera to Marius Mims, their rookie right tackle with a broken hand, who is active tonight but remains on the sideline. Burrow, empty backfield, looking to pass. Burrow, he's going to be wrapped up and taken down for the sack there. That is Preston Smith. That name I have not said in a bit. Filling in for Cam Hayward on that play. Smith pushing Volson, the left guard, back into the lap of Burrow and taking him down for the snack. A great job there by the Steelers trade deadline acquisition from Green Bay. It's going to be 4th and 7. Rico now on to punt for the first time tonight at his own 25. Austin, he lost the football and it's recovered by the Bengals. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Calvin Austin fielded it at his own 25, was going upfield to the left, and the ball was knocked free by Hayward, and it went right into the waiting arms of Davis Gaither. A massive break for the Bengals and a crusher for the Steelers. Just when you make a big play on 3rd down to get the stop, the Bengals now in Steelers territory. Burrow's going to look to pass here, and the play is blown dead immediately here, and it's going to be a full start on the Bengals. And it's going to be on the aforementioned Cody Ford, getting a lot of attention here tonight. Probably looking to get out of the gates quickly there with TJ Watt coming after him. That is now the 10th straight game with a turnover for this Pittsburgh Steelers team. The longest active streak in the NFL. 1st and 15 now. Back up the Bengals to the 38. Burrow handles the snap with time, looking to pass. Now rolls out to the left, looking for someone, and he'll find it there with Yoshivas. Wrapped up immediately and driven out of bounds by Joey Porter Jr. They exchange words after the fact. It's going to be 2nd down. And 6 yards to go now. At the 29. 2:13 remaining and counting down. This will be the last play maybe before the 2-minute warning if they decide to run one. Burrow making his adjustments. Will they run a play? 2, 1, and no play. 2-minute warning. So with that, the Bengals, they get a turnover. 10-7, they lead. And they're threatening to score again. We'll be back in a minute after the 2-minute warning break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2-minute warning has just hit. Bengals looking to put up points before half. The Steelers do get the second half kickoff, so Cincinnati is probably looking to score, but also take as much time as possible off the clock. 2nd and 6 here from the Steelers' 29-yard line. As expected, the Bengals have been throwing it a lot in this ball game. Probably going to do so again here, and they will. Joe Burrow, quick pass here is going to be caught by Gesicki. No, that's Sample, and he is tackled immediately near the line of scrimmage for no gain. Patrick Queen, great pursuit and takedown there. 3rd and 6 now. Steelers, looks like they might have taken the timeout there with 1:55 remaining on the clock. Again, showing the replays here. Burrow getting the ball out quickly here tonight. Holding it for 2 seconds. Not much after that. 3rd and 6 now. Steelers called their first timeout with 1:57 remaining on the clock. So maybe get a 3rd down stop here. Take another timeout. Let them kick the field goal. And give your offense some time to move the ball down the field. Burrow here looking to pass on 3rd and 6. Steelers bring the blitz. Ball's on the ground, and it is recovered by Cody Ford. But guess who? T.J. Watt with the takedown there. Flag on the play here. Hold up. Hang on here. Is this a holding on the defense? And it is a holding on the defense. T.J. Watt knocking the ball loose, but Corey Trice, who's been lined up across from Jamar Chase tonight, holding Chase there. And that is a crusher for the Steelers. A new set of downs for the Bengals. It's now 1st and 10. Handoff here is to Khalil Herbert. He'll push ahead here. Get about 3 yards there. Once again, second time now on this drive. The Steelers seemingly had the stop. But a fumble by Calvin Austin and then a penalty by Corey Trice negates it all. And honestly, I think T.J. Watt, he had that ball stripped away from Joe Burrow before Trice held Chase there. Just an unnecessary penalty. And now another first down here. Jamar Chase and Corey Trice fighting over that ball there. Flag is down. Looks like if the play was blown to dead immediately. Let's see what the call is. And we got a false start here. That is on Orlando Brown, left tackle. And yep, a very clear false start right there. And yeah, tons of fighting there. Jamar Chase and Corey Trice. Chase getting the better of Trice all first half long. And I'm so confused as to what's going on here. Apparently, Pittsburgh declined the 10-second runoff. It's 2nd and 12 now. The chant is defense inside Acrisure Stadium. Burrow fires and was that picked? It was! Are you going to call it? It was intercepted! Beanie Bishop! The rookie undrafted free agent out of West Virginia. Country roads, take him home. Beanie Bishop with a big interception with 1:08 remaining in the first half. The ball was juggled. It was tough to handle by Jamar Chase. Might have hit off of Patrick Queen as well, but Beanie Bishop keeps the ball off the ground, and the Steelers are going to get the ball back. No points for the Bengals that time. And what a turnover there by Beanie Bishop. Fans have wanted more of him. They got him right there. We'll be back in a minute. Steelers with 1:08 on the clock, looking to put points up on the boards before half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Russell Wilson throwing here, tipped up in the air, and oh my goodness, thank God that fell incomplete. Steelers with 1:08 left in this first half, looking to get points off of the Beanie Bishop interception. That ball there from Mike Hilton was tipped up in the air, and it fell just incomplete. Passing here for Freiermuth and getting the first down and shoved out of bounds by Jermaine Pratt. 1st and 10, Steelers, and it stops the clock with 1:01. Wilson looking to pass again. Steelers moving quickly. Wilson now scrambles out to the left, looking for something. Now he'll just throw it away. Intended for George Pickens, who was closest to that ball. 2nd and 10 now with 54 seconds left. Wilson again. Jalen Warren probably going to be out there for this entire drive. Quick hitter again here. It's Pat Freiermuth. The move stumbling. Couldn't really get his feet under him. And he goes out of bounds again with 49 seconds remaining. And another first down, just barely getting the yardage needed. And now they are going to review this play. I thought Freiermuth was short of the line to gain there. Looks like, yeah, he's short by half a yard. I thought he was short, but hey, they would have given him the first down. You take what you can get if you're the Steelers right now. Losers of your last 3 games. Third and 1 now. You have to convert here if you're Pittsburgh. An interesting stat line there. George Pickens. And they're going to sneak it here. And Wilson got it in an immediate timeout called there by Mike Tomlin. George Pickens, this first half, 1 target, 1 reception, 0 yards. His reception was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Pickens might be starting to wear his emotions on his sleeves. But with 47 seconds remaining, the Steelers call a timeout. Really a half that has had subtle little shifts in momentum, but has mainly been in the Bengals' favor. If you're the Steelers here, you would love to at least get a field goal. Probably all you're going to get with the way this first half has gone. Get a field goal, get into the locker room, make your adjustments, and then try to come out and get a double score after halftime. And are they reviewing this? Are they reviewing this? They gave Wilson the first down. Did he not get it? It's going to be close. And now they're going to review this. So I'm going to take a break. It's either going to be a first down Steelers or it's going to be 4th and inches. Maybe even inch. We'll be back in a minute. Hopefully the Steelers did convert there. We'll be back. I just figured out that I was muted this whole time. My apologies. Second and 3 now. Almost nearing 5 minutes expired in this third quarter. run here for Khalil Herbert. In second effort, he's going to get the first down. So once again, the Bengals convert. They are now nearing the red zone once again. And this has been an absolutely abysmal showing here by the Steelers thus far. The Bengals this season have 8 touchdowns on their opening drive of the second half, most in the NFL. Burrow fires, caught by Chase. He has room there, and he is going to get near the first down marker. They're going to mark him about a half a yard short. And once again, it is Joe Burrow hitting Jamar Chase, picking on Steelers' lesser corners like Cam Sutton and Corey Trice. Hand off to Herbert. He's got the first down and spinning and finally tackled down at the 13. First and 10 now. Nine minutes now left in the quarter. First and 10. The first down marker is the 3-yard line. Burrow dropping back to pass. Pressure immediately. Gets it out quickly to Sample, and Sample is going to be wrapped up and taken down by Corey Trice. Gain of about 2 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Mike Gesicki, the tight end, moving all around. He's really just a glorified wide receiver. Burrow looking to pass, checks it down here to Herbert. Herbert running up the sideline, stays in bounds, and he's going to get close to the first down. Did not reach the end zone before he went out. They're going to give him a gain of 6 and make it 3rd and 2. And yes, he did eventually step out. Might have stepped out a little earlier in that, but it's going to be 3rd and 2 now. That is Herbert's 12th rush of the night for 39 yards. He also has 5 catches for 20 yards. Burrow takes the snap. Holding. Still holding. He's got pressure all around him, and he's finally taken down. He was dancing all around. 3 Steelers were after him, and it was Nick Herbig who took him down, and Burrow is down here. Burrow is down on his back. He has a clump of grass in his face mask, and he is hurt. And my goodness, that is not a good sign there. Okay, so Burrow trying to best position himself for the sack, turned facing the opposite end of the field, and wrapping him up was Nick Herbig, but also getting to him was Cam Hayward. So he took the body weight of those two probably on his neck there. Hopefully he is all right. We'll be back in a minute due to injury timeout to Joe Burrow. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Injury timeout a moment ago to Joe Burrow, who took a sack in which Cam Hayward and Nick Herbig took him down. Burrow landing face first into the turf, into the grass, I should say. But it's going to be 4th and 14. Burrow heads into the blue medical tent, walking on his own with a tassel cap on. So maybe just a quick visit with the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant, or the UNC, as they like to call it. Cade York's field goal here is going to be good, so the Bengals now extend their lead again, up 2 scores now. They make it 16-7. Never adjusted my scoreboard here after the halftime either. 16-7, and it's going to stay that way after the Steelers go 3 and out here, because that is how we roll in the Berg. 6:56 left on the clock. At this point, you got to try anything here to get this offense going. Throw Justin Fields in there. Do something, please. Russell Wilson, helmet on, hands in his hands warmer, ready to take the field again. Which a month ago, Steelers fans were ready to throw pretty much whatever contract he wanted at him the way he was playing. But now, some serious questions about whether he should even come back next season are perking up in a big way here. 0 first downs on 4 of 6 drives. Wilson just 5 for 10, 50% completion rate tonight for just about that same number of yardage, 51 yards. 1st and 10 from their own 30 after the touchback kickoff. Wilson under center, handoff here to Jalen Warren. Warren is going to find a small crease and get ahead there. A good run, something positive, getting 8 or 9 yards there. Second and 1 now. You're wondering why I'm shaking my head. They just popped up a graphic of the playoff success under Mike Tomlin in the first 4 seasons compared to the last 13. You can probably imagine how night and day difference they are. Run here for Najee Harris. Gets a first down, and my goodness, that was the most pitiful first down I've ever heard. In the Acrisure Stadium, the public address announcer just announced, that's a Pittsburgh Steelers, and the most unenergetic, kind of like me right now, the most unenergetic, carefree first down was just echoed out by what remains of the crowd at Acrisure Stadium. First down run again here by Najee Harris. Only gets 2. Joe Burrow back on the bench now, out of the blue tent. So looks like he will continue in this ball game. Steelers have 20 runs to just 12 passes. They show an elderly couple in the stands there. They perfectly expressing what Steelers Nation is feeling right now. Russell Wilson passing here. Scrambles out to the left, and now he throws it away. Incomplete. 3rd and 8 now. Of course, Wilson just trying to get that ball away without any negative play or sack. George Pickens there on that wide shot. Frustrated, of course. Got an injured Bengal here being attended to on the field. That is Battle. And Battle was blitzing on that play. And it looks like Najee Harris was in pass protection there and sort of just speared Battle. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. Former Alabama Crimson Tide meeting another former Alabama Crimson Tide. 3rd and 8. Ball is at the Steelers' 44. They need to get to the opposite 48. Wilson dropping back to pass. He's going to chuck up a deep ball here, and it's George Pickens, and it's dropped. When George Pickens finally gets thrown the ball, it is incomplete. Looks like he dropped it, maybe had it knocked away. I'm unsure here. And he had it in his hands, and then it was knocked away, it looks like, at the last second by Ivy. Just the second target of the game for Pickens. Would have been a first down and maybe a big gainer. This punt here by Cortlis Waitman is a good one, and it goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So another good punt by Waitman, who probably the best player on the field tonight, the way he's performing. He's been getting a lot of chances to prove so. And with that, we got another break. Steelers offense punted again. It just continues to get worse. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Insanity. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's the Steelers' offense right now. First down run here for Khalil Herbert. Bengals starting that drive at the 5-yard line. Now it'll get up beyond the 10-yard line here. Joe Burrow, once again, back in. Took a massive shot on a sack for the Bengals' last drive. Went briefly into the blue medical tent, but is back out there. It's going to be 2nd and 2 here. And it looks like they officially marked the ball at the 14 or 13-yard line. I thought it rolled out at the 5, but maybe a Steeler touched it. Another run there for Khalil Herbert, 1st and 10. And maybe the Bengals figured the way that the Steelers' offense has imploded here tonight, and just the overall tempo and temperature of the game, that they might start running it more. Because even if the Steelers do score a touchdown, it's not like Burrow and Chase have been picking apart the Steelers' secondary, more specifically Corey Trice, tonight. Another run there for Herbert. Gets a couple, if that. It's officially going to be 2nd and 9 here with 2:58 left to go in the third quarter. Burrow at the Steelers' 28. Looking to pass. Burrow checks it down again. It's Drew Sample. Sample, he's going to be just 1 yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1 now. Chase lined up at the top of the screen with Corey Trice. He's been traveling with him all night. Burrow here, another give to Herbert, and that is another first down. So now, after not being able to stop the run here tonight, the Steelers are going to make Khalil Herbert look like Saquon Barkley. First and 10 from their own 39. Burrow back to pass. He's going to fire towards the sideline. Caught there by Jamar Chase and then out of bounds. Another connection between those two LSU products. That is just two elite players. Two of the best, if not the two best, at their respective positions. Showing just why right there. Now on the Steelers side of midfield from the 46, Herbert here was initially stopped for a short gain, but then he spins ahead. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards. Second and 5 now. Clock ticking down. Bengals are going to have to run a play here. This will be the last play of the half, of the quarter, I should say. And well, that's interesting. So it looked like the play clock was a half a second ahead of the quarter clock. But apparently, the referees just let it expire. All right, we're on to the fourth quarter. Bengals probably going to go up by 3 scores. We'll be back after this for the bludgeoning to continue. Welcome back. Looks like the Bengals here even down a offensive lineman and T. Higgins right now. Seems to be no issue for them. They're moving the ball once again at the Steelers 41.5 here. Burrow back to pass. He's going to air one up here for Jamar Chase, and he makes the catch. No pass interference either way. 1st and 10 Bengals. A perfect throw and a perfect catch by Jamar Chase. And that is the result you get when you put the best wide receiver in football on a 7th round draft pick. Running again here, Khalil Herbert. And it looks like he'll be down about the 20, so make it another red zone visit here for the Cincinnati Bengals. Haven't said this in a while. If you are new here, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Also, feel free to like and share the stream. And now with 13:56 in the fourth quarter, Joe Burrow and the Bengals are going to use a timeout here on 2nd and 8. Now we're back. Chase, 7 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. Might be getting another here. For once, it looks like Joey Porter Jr.'s lined up on him. Now a quick check down, and oh my goodness, what a hit. The Sean Elliott read the check down in the flat to Khalil Herbert all the way. My goodness. Coming up from his safety position. Textbook reading of the play and tackle there for Deshaun Elliott. What a hit. Make it now 3rd and 9. Can the Steelers hold the Bengals to a field goal yet again? 2 tight ends are in the backfield with Burrow here. Max protection. And will it work? Burrow gets rid of it here to number 87, Hudson. He's got the first down and down inside the 10-yard line. So the Bengals bring in 2 tight ends in the backfield for max protection. Steelers rushed 6. And Burrow just flipped it out to one of those tight ends, Hudson. And Hudson got free and got the first down. Now at the 10-yard line. Handoff is to Herbert. Herbert stuttered, and then he'll get tackled and fall forward for a yard. Wrapped up there by Alex Highsmith. Second and goal now. This is not one of those where the first down marker is the half-yard line. It's 1st and goal. And right now we got Patrick Queen lined up as a corner. Pass here to Yoshivas. And they're going to mark him out of bounds here at the 4-yard line, it looked like. Yoshivas, I think he lined up as a running back there. I'm unsure. Anyway, he stepped out of bounds at around the 5-yard line. They're officially going to mark him at the 5 here. And now it looks like the Bengals are going to use their second timeout here. This drive right now, 13 plays, 82 yards. It is just a slog, and this is something that we have seen happen to the Steelers for a while now, where late in the game they have these long drives against. I'm just sorry. I am totally encapsulated by this, whatever the heck that Mario graphic was for the MVP race. Anyway, back to football. 3rd and goal here from the 5. Herbert, the back to Burrow's left. Firing to the end zone and incomplete. That ball was thrown in between the tight end Gesicki and the wide receiver Iosivas. So maybe Burrow was expecting Gesicki to maybe sit on that route. In fact, Gesicki didn't even turn his head. Or he turned it late, and yeah, that pass was just behind. It was a tight window, and Burrow threw it behind Gesicki, but now a chip shot 23-yard field goal here for York. Cade York snapped down from the left hash mark. Kick is up and it is good. So the Bengals tacking on 3 more. And this is death by 1,000 paper cuts right now for the Steelers defense. This is, no matter what the outcome of this game is, it is not on the defense. When you hold one of the best offenses in the NFL to 19 points, even if the offense was, competent right now, this game would at the very least be tied. But nope. That's how the Steelers roll. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to the Offensive Ineptitude Show, starring Mike Tomlin, Arthur Smith, Russell Wilson, and the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Bengals once again had to settle with a field goal thanks to the defense. Bending but not breaking seems to be the theme. And with 11:02 left here in this fourth quarter, the Steelers are about to get the ball back on offense to pretty much show how lucky the Steelers are that they aren't getting blown out. Time of possession in this ball game is 30 minutes and 50 seconds for the Cincinnati Bengals. In fact, that's actually more now, to 14 minutes and 10 seconds for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't even know where that return came out to, but it'll probably be a moot point as the Steelers may end up going 3 and out here. It's going to be 1st and 10 here from the 35. Russell Pickett takes the snap, fires quickly here. It is caught and immediately wrapped up by a pair of Bengals. Is Van Jefferson. Only a gain of about 4 or 5 yards there. Second and 5 now. Russ juggling the snap there, throwing out quickly again, and it's caught again by Van Jefferson. 1st down yardage. Steelers maybe trying to move with a bit of tempo here, see if they could, get something going. Russ. Again, a quick throw out here, and this time it is off the hand of Pat Freiermuth, incomplete. Second and 10. Feels like every yard is trying to gain 10 right now with this offense. There is Arthur Canada on the sideline. Russell Wilson tonight, 7 for 15 for 61 yards. Make him now 8 for 16. That catch there by Van Jefferson, good for 6 or 7 yards. In fact, they're actually going to give him 8. 3rd and 2 now. Jefferson trots off. Mike Williams comes on. Here's a real, outlandish idea I've been, pondering. How about we throw it to the 2 big guys on the field, Mike Williams and George Pickens? They don't this time. It's caught by Najee Harris. That's a 1st down. Leaking out of the backfield, making the grab. Once again, it's check down, and more check downs here. Short passes for Russell Wilson. Once again, another check down here. Najee Harris, and somehow he just ducked and weaved away from Davis Gaither and got the 1st down. Wow. And now Najee, is he down injured? And yeah, now Najee's down injured. It was a 12-yard catch and run. Najee shook off Davis Gaither and then went down there. I'm unsure what happened. I wonder if that was a helmet. The helmet hit. Anyways, even when something good happens, disaster follows. We'll be back in a minute. Hopefully Najee is all right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Najee Harris, attended to by some athletic trainers there, walking into the blue medical tent, looking at the replay there. A helmet-to-helmet hit. Jermaine Pratt. A helmet-to-helmet hit on Najee Harris, and no flag. Unbelievable. I guess you make your own penalty calls. 1st and 10 here for the Steelers from the Bengals. 31 throwing over the middle and caught by George Pickens and incomplete. The 3rd target of the game for George Pickens, and the 2nd time he's dropped it / it been broken up. Hit there from behind by Cam Taylor-Britt, and an incomplete on 1st down. 2nd and 10 now, and now a ball will snap here. Wilson somehow handles it, and now he's going to tuck it and run, and Wilson's got the 1st down, and he slides. My goodness. Talk about making chicken salad out of chicken crap right there. Russell Wilson, he bobbled the ball once, twice, and then got it. And then at that point, he just tucked it and ran and got the 1st down, sliding down just inside the 20 at the 19. Wilson now, back to pass again. Firing here to the outside. He's caught by Pat Freiermuth and into the end zone for the touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. 19 yards. He caught it at around the 5-yard line, and against his momentum, taking him out of bounds, he stayed in bounds and got into the end zone. And the Steelers finally showing something on offense. Nobody picked up Freiermuth. The extra point by Boswell is up and good, and it is a 5-point game. Pat Freiermuth continues his success in his career against the Cincinnati Bengals. A great sign there. Now, can the defense get maybe just one more stop? They've been bending all night long, and they haven't broken with 8:07 on the clock. Can they do it just one more time to give their offense a chance? We'll be back after this. It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. You know it. Steelers Nation knows it. The entire NFL knows it. The towels are waving It is indeed renegade time. The Steelers trying to harness the power of sticks and get a big stop here. Down 5. 8:07 on the clock. Chris Boswell. Kickoff is away. It'll be fielded at the 2-yard line. Brought out by Thomas. Thomas now running up across the 25 and tackled there. Made by the Steelers special teams captain, Miles Killebrew. And now Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense coming back out on the field. They, on their last drive, 15 plays, took a lot of time off the clock, but had to settle for a field goal again. It's been pretty much their story tonight. Settling for field goals after tons of success through the air. Can the defense stiffen up here and get a stop? Burrow back to pass. Now floats it here and it's knocked down. And how about that? Cam Hayward, the best defensive lineman in football this year. His third pass knockdown of the night. He shadowed Joe Burrow just a little bit after he started to rush the passer. A smart, savvy veteran play, realizing he's not going to get home for the sack, so he might as well spy Joe Burrow, and mirroring his every move there, got his hands up to knock it down again. 2nd and 10 now from their own 27. Burrow stepping up in the pocket, floats it. It's caught by Gesicki up near the 41. They're calling it a first down on the play. Keanu Benton, the Steelers defensive lineman, looking back at the play, was waving incomplete. They're going to call it a first down, and they're going to move the ball quickly here. Burrow looking to pass again here. Checks it down here to Herbert. He fumbled there, but it didn't get away from him. 2nd down now, and a loss on the play of 3 yards. Clock continues to roll. 7 minutes and 15 seconds now. Herbert been the safety valve for Burrow all night. Peyton Wilson wrapped him up. 2nd and 14 now. 6:50 on the clock now. Minkah Fitzpatrick apparently telling Cam Sutton something there. Another quick pass there. Great coverage there. And how about that? Get the seatbelt out right there. Joey Porter Jr. all over Jamar Chase. And maybe that is something that they should have done all night long. No T. Higgins. I don't think he's been out there. Had an ankle injury. Since that, Joey Porter Jr. lined up with Jamar Chase, making a play right there. 3rd and 14. Bengals at their own 37. Burrow drops back to pass. Firing over the middle. It's caught by Gesicki, but he is going to be tackled down at the 45. And that is going to force a 4th down here. And the Steelers defense, exactly what the doctor ordered. A 3 and out. Rico, the punter, stands at his own 30. Calvin Austin, this will be his 2nd punt return of the night after fumbling the first one. Austin handles it back at his own 8, and he is just going to get forward for 2 yards there at the 10. So the Steelers offense here with 5:54 remaining in the ball game. They got to go 90 yards here. Down 5. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to name off his stats here tonight. Russell Wilson in this ball game. 11 for 20. 104 yards through the air. 1 touchdown. That is a Kenny Pickett stat line. But does he, like Kenny Pickett used to, can he put all of that behind him and come up with a clutch drive here? Looking for the check down here. Passing on 1st and 10 was intended for Warren. Tipped there by Trey Hendrickson, incomplete. And probably that's for the best there, as Jaylen Warren had a Bengal player converging on him quickly. And now Najee Harris, who went into the blue medical tent, now walking back to the Steelers locker room. They showed in the tunnel there. Another pass here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Pat Freiermuth, and he is going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 here for the Steelers. Najee Harris back in the Steelers locker room means unless this game were to go to overtime, that's probably going to be it for him tonight. Russell Wilson evading the sack there. Throwing here for George Pickens, and it's high and incomplete, out of bounds. Cam Taylor-Britt, the intended target. Or no, Cam Taylor-Britt was in coverage. George Pickens, the intended target. It's now 4th and 1. And the Steelers are going to punt. Oh, my goodness. The Steelers are going to punt with 5:25 left. Is this another surrender punt? This ball's going to hit at the 45 and trickle out of bounds. And did the Bengals player touch that? Did the Bengals player touch that? Hold on. The ball hit at the 45 and it was trickling out. The Steelers have the ball. Oh my goodness. He touched the ball. Oh my gosh, it did. It hit off the foot of Ivy, the corner. It hit off the foot of Ivy, the corner. And the Steelers recovered it. That is Steelers ball. Oh my goodness. What an unbelievable turn of events. Meatball Connor Hayward is the one who recovered it. An unbelievable, unforeseen, unintentional touch by Ivy of the Bengals. And the Steelers are going to get the ball in Bengals territory. Lady Luck smiling on the Pittsburgh Steelers right there. The ball is spotted at the Bengals 38. Cordero Patterson, the back next to Wilson. Wilson fires here. It's through the hands of George Pickens. And again, a ball in the hands of George Pickens. And depending on what you consider to be a drop, the third one tonight for 14 in black and gold. That one, the worst of them all, through his hands, hitting him in the side of the helmet. He remains at 1 reception for 0 yards. Wilson back to pass. Bengals bring the blitz. Pat Freiermuth makes the quick catch on the out route, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds about 1 yard short of the first down marker. They're showing the only catch of the night for Pickens. It was at the line of scrimmage for 0 yards. Since then, Pickens has had some targets. And they're showing him on the low light montage there. Guys like Pat Freiermuth, Russell Wilson, Van Jefferson trying to keep Pickens' head in the game here. Toss play here to Cordero Patterson running to the left. He's got nowhere to go. And that is going to be stopped after a gain of 1. They actually gave Freiermuth the first down there. And, man, if the Steelers They were pretty much advertising a run right there. Calvin Anderson, was another. And now Wilson's going to get sacked. I was too busy looking at Calvin Anderson. Apparently, Mason McCormick is out right now with an injury. And now it's third down coming up. Trey Hendrickson beating Dan Moore Jr. A big loss on the play. And now it is third and long for the Steelers. Third and 15 exactly. The first down marker is the 18-yard line. From the 33. Wilson dropping back to pass. Now he'll fire. He's going to look for the end zone here, and it is knocked incomplete. Looking for Mike Williams. There's a flag down, however. Let's see what the penalty marker is. It looks like it's going to be on the Steelers here. And it's going to be holding on Cordero Patterson, who is in at running back there. He went into pass protection, and yeah, just a big-time hold on Akeem Davis Gaither there, or else he would have probably sacked Russell Wilson there. The Bengals accepted the penalty here, so it's going to be 3rd and 25. So another chance here for the Steelers. Granted, it's a longer distance to gain here. Mike Tomlin was trotting out the field goal unit. Bengals are only going to rush 3, and this one's just a quick hitter here to Pat Freiermuth to try to get closer for a field goal here. Clock still kicking down here. 3 minutes, 8 seconds, and still ticking down here. Steelers are going to try to kick a field goal here to make it a 2-point game. They do have all 3 of their timeouts to the Bengals 1. And the 2-minute warning still looms. 2:45 here. It's going to be a 54-yard attempt. Kick here by Boswell. It's on its way, and it is good. Great job there by Chris Boswell. A 54-yard field goal. Much needed there. And now the Steelers. We're not done yet. The defense, I said earlier that they need to get one more stop. Well, I got to call in a favor here and ask for one more. 3 timeouts for the Steelers and the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the ball game. 19-17. I do want to clarify one more time that no matter what happens here, no matter how this ball game ends, you cannot blame it on the defense holding Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in this Bengals offense to, as of right now, 19 points. And once again, they pop up the playoff scenarios here. The Steelers clinch the 5 seed and a date with the Texans in Houston with a win. If they could pull this comeback out, kickoff here is fielded at the 1. Isaiah Thomas now running to the left. He's up past the 30, up past the 40 now. And then he's finally tackled down at the 44-yard line. So a great return there for the Bengals. And their offense is going to take the field here, looking to milk this clock away. The other playoff scenario for the Bengals, a win here, plus a Denver Broncos loss and a Miami Dolphins loss. They will sneak into the playoffs as the 7th seed and travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills. 1st and 10 here for the Bengals at their 44. 2:29 on the clock. Hand off here to Khalil Herbert. He's going to run into the sea of bodies, and he's only going to get 2 yards here. Timeout taken by the Steelers before the 2-minute warning. 2:25 left on the clock. The Bengals here today, in their last 8 drives, 4 field goals, 2 punts, and 2 turnovers. A good bit of those 4 field goals they have gotten into or near the red zone. And it's just been the Steelers defense, a combo of the Steelers defense bending but not breaking. And on other cases, the Bengals not being on the same page. 2nd and 8 now. Steelers Nation trying to make it as loud as possible here. Burrow, quick pass here to Jamar Chase. Chase is going to get up past the 50 and tackle down at the 49. So it's going to be 3rd down now. Great blocking there by one wide receiver there, or else Chase would have been stopped for no gain. It's officially 3rd and 3 here. Can the Bengals pick up the 1st down? Are they going to try to do it through the air like they've done so much? 46 passing attempts tonight for Joe Burrow, completing 37 of them for 277 and a touchdown and a pick. Steelers did take their 2nd timeout, so the clock stopped with 2:19 remaining. 3rd and 3 here. What do the Steelers have dialed up here to combat this 3rd down play? Jamar Chase is one-on-one with Corey Trice at the top of the screen. Joey Porter Jr. on Iosivas at the bottom. Burrow's going to look to pass here. Burrow, he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Burrow's going to go down. He's going to be sacked. And it is big new Keanu Benton getting just enough of Joe Burrow to trip him up. Scrambling out to the left. And it is big number 95, Keanu Benton, the Wisconsin Badger. Burrow, end over end, goes down for the sack, and at the 2-minute warning, the Steelers are going to get the ball back, forcing a punt. We'll be back in a minute. just when I was out, they pull me right back in. The Steelers here, 4th and 14 for the Bengals. 2-minute warning. Just hit. Calvin Austin awaits this punt here from Rico. 1 timeout left for each team. Rico from his own 25 is going to get this ball away. It's going to take a bounce at the 25, and now Austin is going to return it back to the 25. So the Steelers here, down 2. Can they once again hand the Cincinnati Bengals like they have a bunch this season? The Bengals losing 1-score games. Can the Steelers pull off the comeback here? Starting at their own 24 here. Wilson with Cordero Patterson. No, is that Najee Harris? Najee Harris back into the game, ladies and gentlemen, as the back. Wilson with time here. Now gets rid of it to Harris, and he is going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 12 now, losing 2 on the play. Would have been better had Najee just dropped it. Clock continues to run here. 1:30 now. Wilson takes the snap, looking to the pass again. Wilson fires here, caught by Pat Freiermuth, and Muth is not going to get out of bounds. The clock continues to roll. Tackle made by Mike Hilton. It's going to be 3rd and long here. Muth tried to get out of bounds. 3rd and 9. Clock continues to roll here. 1:07 now. Wilson firing over the middle. It's caught by Pat Freiermuth. Tackled up near the 44-yard line. Clock still rolling. Down under a minute now. 56 seconds. Wilson trying to get his team to the line here. First and 10. Wilson dropping back the pass. Rolling out to the right. Wilson now. He's going to tuck. He's going to run. He's going to not go out of bounds. He's going to lower his shoulder here. And with 36 seconds left now, I don't understand why Russ didn't try to get out of bounds there. 2nd and 6 now. 30 seconds remaining. Wilson is going to get sacked. It's Hendrickson. 20 seconds left. Wilson did not run out of bounds. That cost the Steelers probably about 20 to 25 seconds of clock time. In the next play, he takes a sack. Trey Hendrickson on Dan Moore Jr. again. It's going to be 3rd and 12 now with 20 seconds left. And the Steelers need to get probably 25 to 30 more yards to give Chris Boswell a chance. First down marker is the 48 in Bengals territory. Wilson, 10 seconds on the play clock now. Takes the snap, draws back the pass. Wilson going to fire deep down the sideline here. It's going to be incomplete, looking for George Pickens. The pass was behind him. Pickens had to contort his body to have a miracle chance of catching that. And they had him too. If that pass is leading Pickens up the field, he makes that catch, and it might be 6. Now 15 seconds left here. It's going to be 4th and 12 here. The Bengals look like they aren't going to really rush anybody here. And now a timeout is taken by the Bengals, their last of the game. And this is going to be pretty much impossible for the Steelers to get a second play out of this. It's 4th and 12 with 15 seconds left. They would need to move like they've never moved before to get up and clock it. Should it be a first down? It just might be Hail Mary time, in all honesty. George Pickens, Calvin Austin. It's like Van Jefferson, Pat Freiermuth, they're the receivers. Najee Harris, the back to Russell Wilson's right. Bengals look like they're going to rush 4 here. They do rush 4. Wilson fires over the middle. It's incomplete to Pat Freiermuth, and that is the ball game. And that is the ball game. The Steelers are going to end the season at 10-7, losing their last 4 games. And now, with the probability of the Los Angeles Chargers defeating the Oakland Raiders tomorrow, it looks like the Steelers are going to go from just a month ago being in the driver's seat of clinching the number 3 seed in the AFC North title to becoming the 6th seed and going back to a place where they last time got blown out in Baltimore, Maryland against the Ravens. That's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be up early tomorrow morning. So with that, I'm going to give you all a quick sign off. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys back here for what will most likely be the final Steelers stream of the year, because we've all seen this story where the Steelers make it into the playoffs as a wild card seed and will get blown out by their opposition. Same story, same BS, different season. Good night.